Well, we did get rain overnight. They said at least an inch, and we definitely got at least an inch. Don went out to get the paper and said the creek out front is roaring. Good morning, Ruby. Johnny and I are trying to pick out a new book on Audible. In the meantime, it's time for our good old standby Van Halen. It's 43 degrees out there with a high of 49 expected today. I don't think we're gonna get any more rain. I think the rain is past. Hopefully we'll dry out here, although it's gonna cost us in colder temperatures. Have a good day, buddy. I love you.
You too. Bye, Mom.
Bye. See you this afternoon. Johnny and I ended up choosing Breakdown by Bruno Miller for our next Audible book. And he thought that Elon would not be tweeting until this SEC, let's see, what do I want to call it, investigation, that's a little too kind, is handled, was blown out of the water yesterday because Elon put out a lot of tweets. The most exciting of which, and I'm sure you've heard already, is that the Model Y reveal is going to be on March the 14th. That's a day ahead of what he said when he was asked about a year ago when it might be. So wow, he's ahead of schedule this time. That's good. I don't know what to think about that. I saw that Trevor from the Model 3 Owners Club asked him if emails were going out to qualified owners that had gotten the necessary referrals for an invite. And he also said, you know, basically that, you know, that's not a lot of time to get out to make airplane reservations and get out there. But I told Don to keep an eye out on his email because technically we qualify for an invite to some special event, and maybe this is the event. We'll have to see if that would happen or not. But you know, so that's certainly exciting news. And then, you know, of course, I think what it was is he said he was jamming with Toast and Jam in the Kitchen. Listening to Jamming by Bob Marley. I think what happened is all that stress and the Crew Dragon and the stuff with SpaceX and the NASA and the International Space Station, you know, finally that was over. You know, he's got a reprieve for a few days until it leaves the space station and comes back to Earth. I think he was in quite the celebratory mood, and I think he should have been, because it was a really big accomplishment for all the people at SpaceX and NASA that have been working on that. So that was good. Definitely be following the news cycle some more today, but I was, you know, kind of surprised last night at 6 p.m. to see all the new articles out on Electrek, and that basically Tesla news had sort of, you know, really blown up there on a Sunday afternoon. You know, mostly good news this time. I am monitoring the news coming in on the new accident down in Florida, where a Model 3 went underneath the trailer of a tractor trailer, to see what they have to say. I guess, you know, obviously I'm very sorry when anyone has a car accident and is injured, let alone dies, and have empathy, sympathy for the family over that, first and foremost. I guess I go into this, though, with no new technologies are ever implemented without any issues. And, I know I take responsibility when I'm behind the wheel and I've got traffic aware cruise control or autopilot engaged. It's not the car's responsibility at this point. It's not advertised like that. It's my responsibility. So, I don't know. I wish we would just investigate these things to make the technology better and not turn it into a Tesla witch hunt, which is how it seems to feel sometimes with both sides, both the pro-Tesla and the anti-Tesla people arguing it out. We had an accident. We're looking in to see what happened. If we find something that could have been done better, we'll correct it. You know, there haven't been enough cases, in my opinion, to warrant the type of NTSB investigation stuff that tends to happen. New technology, though, so I get it. But yeah. Anyway, I am reading about that stuff and not concerned as a driver, but concerned as a I guess, a stockholder and Tesla advocate that, you know, it just, every foot forward of the stock price and the company did something good, there's this little bit of back, you know, wash too. And just, you know, for once, can we just not ride on a high for a little while and not have these things that keep setting us back a little bit? That would be nice. Don said yesterday, I'm going to try to repeat what he said accurately. Something effective, there must be at least 25 people employed full-time in this country whose job is nothing but to keep a track on what Elon does and whether or not they think he messed up in any way that they could use. And he figures the oil lobbyists and automotive industry and, you know, other people that have a vested interest in seeing in making money if Tesla or SpaceX fails, that they're just out there waiting for Elon to do something, you know, that they could even remotely cause trouble for him. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's certainly, you know, an interesting hypothesis. And, you know, thought that basically, I think Don had listened to his podcast on the Tesla Daily and maybe another one too, that, you know, Elon's low-hanging fruit for the SEC, that, you know, he's very visible and he's a, you know, CEO of a country that's making waves in the automotive industry. And it's, you know, there's people that would have a real reason to want to go after him. And so he's low-hanging fruit. And so, of course, if we think he breathed wrong, we should go look into what he's doing. So yeah, I wonder who watches his Twitter feed and is like, okay, SEC, Elon dared to tweet something again. I know as an owner, I want to hear Tesla news from Elon. I expect to hear it from Elon. I'm used to hearing it on Twitter. It's great if it shows up on Electric and then the blogs for Tesla and some other places. But really, you know, I'm looking for, you know, Elon, used to him disseminating it, and I really don't want to hear it from anybody else. So, that said, you know, but I think I got what Don's basic point is, that, you know, there is a little bit, if you want to go a little conspiracy theory on us here, that there probably are some people whose jobs are responsible for monitoring what he's doing. Nothing extra on the calendar today. I don't think there's anything extra on the calendar all week until track day, Saturday. Yay, looking forward to that. Oh, I guess we are trying to schedule to get new tires put on the car. Don ordered them, Pirellis from Discount Tire. We'll have more details later. And is waiting for them to contact him back to get them installed. I may have said a few comments about they better not do anything to hurt Ruby or I'll go after them. Jersey girl coming out there. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm nervous about, you know, I get nervous when I let Tesla touch the car, let alone if I let somebody else. But apparently Discount Tires is supposed to know what to do for properly jacking up the Tesla, and I'll try to breathe. But I told Don he needs to handle it because yeah, man to man, and yeah, I may go with him, but probably will go with him if it works out. But yeah, I'd like for his assistance in making sure things go smooth over there. They don't want to mess up Ruby. So yeah, new tires this week. Hopefully shopping with Michelle tomorrow. Track day on Saturday. Johnny seems to be feeling back to his normal self, and got caught up on his homework this weekend, which was really important. That poor kid, every time he turned around, have you done this on your homework? Have you done that? You know, I really want him to keep up with it himself. But on the other hand, I'm, you know, try to be his partner and making sure he makes good decisions. And, you know, they just have a lot of homework. So unfortunately, you know, Saturday morning he's doing some homework, and, you know, we went out a couple times, but when we weren't out and we weren't eating dinner and watching our nightly movie, he was basically back there working on homework stuff. And I know that wears him out, but he's got a week off coming up real soon, so he'll get a little bit of rest then. I'm here at the Walmart in Garner, parked by the tot lot again. Always makes me feel so comfortable shopping here. I want to check out Starman, get a little fresh air, do a little walk, you know. The display here hasn't been restocked in a while. I found Hot Wheels in 3 locations in that store, none recently refreshed, and no Starman. So better luck next time, try another store. That's my one shot for today. There wasn't much going on in there. I got Don some English muffins and I'm headed to the house now. Breakfast preparations are underway. I had a good distraction while I was in the house this morning. I noticed a northern flicker on a couple of the trees right off the front porch. About this time last year, he was out there making his telltale circular holes around the tree markings. So I did get, I think, a few good photos and a little bit of video. Had trouble holding the camera for the video, but he was making calls. You could hear what his bird call sounds like, so it was kind of interesting. Hopefully there's enough where he's talking and it's still that I feel like I can share it with you. Dawn to get Johnny, and I'm headed to the doctor's office up in Durham. I haven't been feeling too good for a few days, maybe a UTI, I'm not sure. Hopefully they can get to the bottom of it, because I certainly want to be feeling 100% for track day on Saturday. Cannot be sick. It's a pretty decent trip up to this particular doctor's office. My appointment's at 3, so I've got just the right amount of time to get up there and not be feeling rushed. I love autopilot over here on the turnpike. It's a pretty day, even if it is only 48 degrees out there. It's still a Carolina sky. And yes, that's a Model 3. I think we both were on autopilot at about the same speed for the last 7 or so miles. I made it up here no problems. It's 2:40 p.m. I'm in plenty of time for my appointment, so yeah, Ruby did good out there on the turnpike. No UTI, and I think the moral of the story probably is going to be don't eat grapefruit every day. Poof, there he is. Time to go to Taekwondo. Just in time to let Donnie keep on working over here. I love you. Have a good class, buddy. I'll be back in 45 minutes.
Okay, bye.
Bye. I got Hibachi and Company takeout for dinner tonight. Johnny should be quite pleased. Hey. Yeah, that trip up to Durham put on a few extra miles today, 132.2. Ruby says I can go 83 more miles if I need to. And our appointment for new tires is Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. over at Discount Tires in Cary. Pirelli, I think, is what Don said. We'll give you the details Wednesday when we get them put on, show you what they look like. Don promises me they're at least as quiet, if not quieter, than the Continentals we have on now, because quiet is important to me, so hopefully that's the case, and we'll be ready for track day.